Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Recipe with Dr. Stephanie Finney. It is my hope that through each segment, you will receive ingredients to live your best life. One seasoning I am personally passionate about is in the area of health and wellness. In fact, I host an Instagram live titled, Do You Know What's in Your Feminine Care? But I will speak more about this at the end of the show. Today, I have a very special guest. Not only is she a wife, a mother, and an educator, she is also the CFO and co-owner of GIRLI Brand Apparel. Welcome, Mrs. Tanya M. Smith, to the recipe. Hello, Mrs. Smith.
Hi.
How are you? And welcome to the recipe.
Thank you for the invitation. How are you?
I am blessed. Thank you so much. Well, please take some time and tell everyone more about who you are and what you do and why.
Well, I'm Tanya M. Smith. I am a wife, mother, and educator, as stated. I am also an entrepreneur. By trade, I am a college math professor at community college, which I have been doing for almost 25 years now. And during this pandemic, I became an entrepreneur with my husband, Scott Smith, where we started GIRLI Brand Apparel, which is women apparel. Diverse for women of all ages, color, it doesn't matter. But it's definitely for the women.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I read in your bio that this brand is an exclusive online boutique. Can you please explain this distinction?
So basically, we use the word exclusive because of the items that we sell. We only make about 35 units. So that lets the buyer know that there will only be 34 other people walking around that may have your item on, which is a good thing, because how many times have you been somewhere and you've seen somebody that had on the same outfit as you? So with GIRLI Brand Apparel, we only make 35 units, and once it's gone, and then we start on our next item.
Awesome. I love it. Mm-hmm. So how long has GIRLI Brand been around, and what inspired you to start it? You and your husband.
That's the good thing. We started October 2020. Actually, we went live October 16th, 2020. And we are now in April. So again, this came out of, dealing with the pandemic. So what's another way of, having supplemental income during this pandemic? Because I'm gonna tell you, this pandemic definitely opened up a lot of eyes about a lot of things as far as jobs were concerned. And, just trying to come up with, hey, what is something else that we can do just in case? But it's not just coming up with something else that we can do just in case. What is something we can do that can really have some impact? And so my passion is education. My husband's passion is fashion. So what is a way that we can combine both of them together? And so what we did was we came up with GIRLI Brand Apparel. And the best thing about GIRLI Brand Apparel is that 5% of all of our sales goes to our GIRLI Brand Apparel STEM scholarship. And STEM is my passion, being a college math professor and a female. So our scholarship is only for females attending HBCUs, because we're both graduates of an HBCU, University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. Let me go and put that plug out there. And so it's like trying to put, how can we kind of combine all of our passions together and make it to be where it's not really, a job, and that was my thing. You want a career, you want to do something that doesn't feel like a job, you want to enjoy doing it. And so that is how we came up with GIRLI Brand Apparel. And another thing is, so I'm a mom of 3 boys. I'm a boy mom. So this was my only way that I could get a girl.
Got it.
There you have it. GIRLI Brand Apparel.
Nice. I love the way you talked about, things that happened during the pandemic and how people's eyes were open more, because I think a lot of things were, I'll call it, birthed out of the
Yes.
pandemic. It was like, I feel like we had all of these things brewing inside of us, for lack of a better word. And then finally, when the pandemic hit, people started thinking about how to shift and pivot and
Yeah.
make that happen. And that was a part. I know for myself, I really got into my field of care and attention with reference to feminine care. So it was birthed during that pandemic, because everything we were doing was face to face. And
Yeah.
then we had to figure out how to do it online. And it's been awesome, because I feel that if you can make it online with your business or your service, you can make it anywhere, because then it's global.
Exactly. And honestly, before the pandemic started, we were actually in the process of buying a brick and mortar. So we were going to open up, Girly Brand Apparel. It was just going to be a brick and mortar. And then the pandemic happened, and we're like, okay, what are we going to do next? Like, we don't want this to die. What else can we do so that we can still, get this out there? And so after, research and several late nights, several conversations, let's do online. Who doesn't do online shopping? And then the pandemic happened. Nobody's going anywhere, but everybody's still shopping. We can still do this. So let's just do an exclusive online boutique.
Awesome.
So that's what we're doing now.
Okay. So I know that you're an educator outside of working with your brand. Do you feel your work outside of what you do kind of, affects your design for the target customer? And if so, what do you feel their needs are per what Girly Brand offers?
So being a college professor, most of my students are non-traditional students. So I have several, women that come in, non-traditional women, meaning, they're over the age of 35, working moms, just juggling and wearing all those kind of hats, but still wanting to feel and look girly. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are. Like, one of my best models is my mom. She'll be 72 this year. And she still likes to feel girly. So during the pandemic of the transition, I went from heels, dresses, slacks, suit pants, to gym shoes and leggings. That became, my attire, because I was working from home. But at the same time that I'm in my gym shoes and my leggings, I still want to feel girly. Like, even when I work out, I want to feel girly. I don't want to, feel and look like, masculine. I still want to feel feminine, and I still want to look feminine. And so that's where the designs come from, because my husband, he's a designer. I'm the numbers person. He's the designer. He's the one that creates and designs, all of our merchandise. And so, what better person would be a man designing women's clothes? They know what they like to see. They know what they like to see women in, right? So, I mean, he's like the perfect person to do that. So that's how, it just came about, of still wanting to be comfortable.
Yeah.
But chic, classy, and girly at the same time.
Well, I'm wearing one of your fashions. You know that I love my arms. I love this shirt, and it does make me, even though it says cute and curvy, I'll take the cute, because I'm not that curvy, but I love this. I love these slits.
Every woman has curves. Some may be a little more than others, but we all got curves and we're all cute. And so that was the other birthing, I would say, that came out of Girly Brand Apparel. Not only do I want to feel good when I look good, I want to look good and feel good, but I want to add something to it. And so when you put that cute and curvy on, it just does something. It just does something to you. It's just like putting on a baseball cap and some lipstick. All of that just kind of rolls in together. And so every time I put on my girly, I feel girly.
Awesome. I love your sweater dresses. I love those sweater dresses. Those are by far my favorites.
Yeah.
because I can put that one thing on, look
Mhm.
jazzy. I don't have to put anything else on, That's
No.
just perfect for me. I think that's the best idea. I need you to come up with some more of those.
And I would say with that design, it's like, because every woman doesn't like to wear heels.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then, there are some women who are not able to wear heels just for various reasons,
Mm-hmm.
but they still may like a particular outfit. So I need us to create something that looks good if you put on your gym shoes, or, you still look good if you put on some heels. And so that's why I love that our girly dress that's in gray and black, because it's fire when you put on gym shoes. It's fire if you put on some stilettos. You may want to show some legs. You can throw some tights underneath or some leggings underneath, or you don't have to put anything underneath.
Yes.
But the diversity of it all.
Yes, absolutely. What is the model wearing back there behind you? I just noticed something.
So one of my models, this is going to be our spring line, and it has crowns. So it has all of our ladies on the front, and it says crowns up here because all of our women have our crowns. And underneath there's a girly brand with our jeans that are cuffed and also damaged in the front. And then our other model is wearing another spring line we're having out. It's just a jean dress. Everybody loves a denim jean dress. So you can, again, this is an outfit that you can rock with your heels, with your sandals, or you can rock it with just some gym shoes.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to stand back up so we can see what you're wearing, because I see some cute tights on that have some type of design on them.
Now, so these are my all-time favorite leggings, and they are called our affirmation leggings, and that is because it has all kind of affirmations. We have our perfectly imperfect. We have our powerful. All women are powerful. We have our resilience. We have respect our curves. Because again, every woman has a curve, big or small, but you're going to respect them 365 days. And then we have a whole mood, because we will give you a whole mood. So these are my favorite leggings. And then of course our spring t-shirts, where it's just sometimes, sis, you just need to calm down.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for showing that off, because I was looking at that dress and I was like, oh, okay, I could wear that dress like really soon. And I love the hat. I know the hat's not a part of it, of the clothing brand, but just to know I can pair a hat with it.
But you can get a hat, but it just lets you know how diverse, and
Yes.
you can switch things up. You can switch things up. And here's a better view of our crowns.
Got it.
And this is either off the shoulder joint if you want to, but it's definitely just recognizing our Black women.
Awesome. Okay. Well, on that note, we will take a quick break, and then we will be back. We'll be right back with the recipe.
Awesome.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about a product that has changed my life. Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Rain products are infused with a Nobel Prize-winning material called graphene. It's the graphene strip that provides the various health benefits that can improve your quality of life during that time of the month. Listen, I've been very loyal to a certain brand of feminine products, but I've never experienced the results I get with Rain products. The difference is in the graphene strip. Using Rain products has totally eliminated the painful cramps I experience, and it can also help balance your body's pH, eliminate harmful bacteria, and help fight fatigue. Graphene moves heat away from your core to keep you cool and comfortable. Ladies, it's time to upgrade your feminine care with products that not only offer protection, but also improve your health and wellness. Place your order today and receive your premium sanitary napkins delivered directly to your door. Visit www.drfcare.com to make your purchase today. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the recipe with Dr. Stephanie Finney. I have wife, mother, educator, and CFO and co-owner of GIRLI Brand Apparel, Mrs. Tanya Smith, with us. Okay. So I wanted to ask you, Mrs. Smith, how do you differentiate your business or product from your competition?
Well, one of the most important things that I would say is we do not drop ship, which means we touch every product, every item that is sold to our customer. So it's not you have to wait 30, 45 days or sometimes a month. You know how sometimes you order things online and you don't get it until sometime next month, maybe 2 months. By that time, you may have forgot what you even ordered. So, with our products, we touch them, and if it's not on the site, we don't have it. If it is on the site, that means we have it, and you'll get it 2 to 3 days. So that's definitely one of the big things that makes us different from our competition. And again, another thing that makes us different from our competition is that our purpose of helping the community is not just buying some particular, piece of clothing. When you buy something, you are helping a student who wants to major or get a degree somewhere in the STEM field. So it's not just, you're just buying a particular item. You are actually helping a student because 5%, again, of the sales goes towards our scholarship fund, which I will say, even though we started in October of 2020, we were still able to give our first scholarship in December of 2020. And she was a young lady graduating from the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff with a degree in math. So of course, our first scholarship with us starting our brand, it had to go to our alma mater and it had to go to someone majoring in math because that's, what my major is in. And again, that's my passion for what I have as an educator.
Awesome. Okay. So did you always want to own a women's apparel brand? Or, I know it was birthed in 2020, but is this something you always kind of, felt you wanted to do?
I think it was just, so I've always been one of t-shirts, and I've always been one with t-shirts with sayings. Like if you see me 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna have on a t-shirt and it has a saying on it, just because it has it's a statement. And so again, with this pandemic, it just really allowed things that you kind of think about. It just allows you just to step out on faith and just go, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Because if you don't try, you'll never know what's going to happen. So I just went out there, stepped out on faith, and, we've been doing really good. Again, starting in October, we've been doing really well. And the fact that we were able to award a scholarship, $1,000 scholarship within 3 months of starting our business, I was like, this is where we're supposed to be.
Awesome. Okay. So what is the most rewarding thing about your job in addition to the scholarships, which I think is totally awesome that you're doing that? I know that's the main, but is there another big reward to this job?
I would say the other big reward is, just being able to work with my husband, number one. And number two, I would say being able to design something for a woman of any age. I mean, whether she's 13, whether she's 72, whether she's Black, she's white, she's Asian, just being able to design something that fits every woman.
Okay. Well, you mentioned something that I didn't think about until now, because I didn't know that it was you and your husband working together. So I'm just going to put this out there. For some people, that may be a challenge working with their husband on. So
absolutely.
So is it a challenge at all? I mean, based on, I know you said that you're the numbers person and he's the designer, but is there any clashes in?
I mean, actually, no, because we both know our lanes, so I know I have somewhat of a creative mind, but not as good like he does. So it's like being able to just accept your role and accept what you're good at. I'm not good at that. I'm okay with that. I'm the numbers person. He's not. I mean, not to say that he, doesn't know the numbers, but he trusts me with that lane, just like I trust him with the creative lane. Do we clash at times? Of course we do, because we're talking about a business, number one. We're talking about two individual people who have their own thoughts. But at the end of the day, this is our goal. We're trying to get something out. So we have to do what's best for the company. And then, just trying to, and then just building a legacy. Like I said, I have 2 boys and 1 girl. So
I love it.
So, and then, it's showing them being an entrepreneur, what it takes to be an entrepreneur, what it takes in building your own, what it takes of building a legacy, leaving something for your children.
Absolutely. Now that right there, I do believe in is that legacy piece. And I do think it makes a difference when they see the hustle and they see the grind that you two are doing to make this happen, to leave a lasting impression, not just, in the field or the market of apparel, but for them, so they can have something that they can carry on.
And so just showing them the business, showing them the ropes on, how things are generated. Like, how do we come up with, crowns? Yes, it may be long sleeve, but it's a thin long sleeve. It's breathable, which means you can still wear this in the springtime and in the summertime. Just because it's long sleeve, it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, you can only wear that in the winter. No, this one is made thin and breathable material. So then that way you can wear it in the spring as well as in the summer. Also showing them, which my husband, he's really good about, you don't necessarily have to wait on somebody else to teach you how to do something. My husband taught himself during this pandemic, the different softwares on how to design this instead of waiting, to take a class here, to take a class there. What we going to do during this pandemic? We're going to teach ourselves some things. And being able to do that, now we have GIRLI Brand Apparel. We can design our own stuff. Went and bought a sewing machine so we can start sewing up our own stuff so we can know what it looks like before we send it, to get produced in a bigger quantity.
I love that, because I know I'm a one-man team for my side business. Mm-hmm. And, if I can learn it on my own, then I master it. Because, but I know there are some things that I delegate if I can, because time is money. And if I can delegate it and it's worth it, then I'll do it. But, that money comes into play as well, because nothing is out there for free other than, if you can learn the software, but people want to be paid to do it.
Right.
And if I can learn it, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
We're trying to keep this in-house. So the less people we have to pay to do something, the better.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you just also, what I will say, just learning this business, because this is a whole nother line for me. I'm an educator. I've been in education for 25 years. So that's my line. You ask me something about education, I'm going to spit it out to you. We're talking about fashion. We're talking about a whole different industry. So there has been, a learning curve, but that forces you to learn so that you know what kind of conversation to have when you're conducting business.
I love that. Absolutely. And I want to say thank you to Theola Cheatham for tuning in. Okay. So, I noticed something about your bio where it talks about women deserve to feel comfortable in their clothing all day at the office, in addition to working on her perfectly imperfect curves in the gym. So yes. I know I have not ordered anything yet, but it's coming because I need to get back into the gym. But I know you have some awesome gym stuff, and I see the ladies all over Instagram wearing the gym stuff, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I can wear that at the gym and be cute. Although when I do get my grind on in the gym, I'm not cute. I'm not, because I'm trying to get that sweat.
When whether you are at the gym, whether I don't know how comfortable people are about going back to the gym. So yeah. Maybe working at home, but regardless of where you're working,
Yeah.
You want to feel good and look good. It just makes your workout totally different. So I'll say during this pandemic, me and my husband started doing virtual 5Ks.
Hmm.
And I know it's probably crazy, but it just makes my run different when I got on something cute, like some cute, like my leggings that I got on. Even, these leggings that I have on right now, my affirmation leggings, the diversity of it, I can dress it up with some heels if I want to, or I can throw on some tennis shoes and do my 3 miles. But either way, when I put these on, it just does something to my personality altogether. I mean, it just really makes, it just really makes me feel good and just make my workout different.
Got it.
Doesn't want a cute workout outfit on when they're working out. I mean, some women, some women put on their workout outfits and go to the gym and maybe just kind of snap pictures, may try to see if they can beat somebody. And then there's other women who go on to actually work out. Whatever your purpose is of going to the gym, because I'm not knocking nobody's purpose. Whatever your purpose is, you want to be cute. So why not try some girly brand apparel and be cute while you're working out at the gym or around the neighborhood? It doesn't even matter.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So what is the most challenging about your job?
So my job by trade as an educator, I teach math, which is a very difficult subject for a lot of people. And so basically with that one, my biggest challenge is just trying to change the narrative of I hate math to I like math. Math is fun, because when people think of math, it's just, I'm scared. I hate it. I don't want to do it. So just overcoming that fear. As far as Girly Brand Apparel, the biggest challenge is just, people just buying your product, people trusting that you have a good product. Because I mean, I'll tell you, since we've started the business, we do get a lot of questions. First of all, is this your business? Or is this somebody else's business that you trying to sell? I mean, because you have a lot of what's it called, ambassadors, like who sell like for other or who advertise for other people. And so once people start seeing me with a lot of girly apparel on, they were thinking that I'm ambassador for somebody else's business. And I'm like, no, this is me and my husband's business. Yeah, I am an ambassador. I'm an ambassador of my own business. Mm-hmm. And so it's real. Like this is what we started. We stepped out of our comfort zone and we started a women's apparel business, and we have good. I mean, our stuff is good. It's a good product. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I just got to put it out there. It's also a bad narrative that Black businesses are just not as good as some of the other businesses. So I would say that would probably be one of our top challenges, trying to overcome that, trying to change that narrative. Like, yeah, you're getting good customer service from us. Yes, we are a Black-owned business, but we're still providing you great customer service. We're still providing you great product. And yes, we are a Black-owned business, and we're doing all of that and more.
Well, I think I can tell you this firsthand. Your customer service is awesome, because I love when I can send you a question through a DM in Instagram or an email and you get back within 24 hours. And I think that's so important. I don't care what business you're in. That's right. A part of customer service, is making sure that if I ask you a question, you get back to me within 24 hours. Because if you don't, I probably forgot about you by then.
And see, that's the thing, being an online exclusive boutique, like that's our means of communication. And that comes from me being an online instructor. My students, this is their only communication that they have is through this distance education. So it's really important for me to provide that feedback and give them that response as soon as I can. I carry that over into our business, into Girly Brand Apparel. We want this customer. Even if it's a customer that has previously bought something, we want them to come back. And then when they come back, we want them to bring somebody else with them. But that all starts from providing good customer service, because we all have experienced some bad customer service.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Bad customer service is the first thing that will turn me off. And so providing good quality customer service and product, because we are online shoppers, so we know what we want. So the way that we want to be treated, that's how we want to treat our customers.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, let's take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, comedian actress Coca Brown. And I got to give a huge shout out to my girl, Dr. Stephanie Finney, because she put me on. What? To the Jewel sanitary napkin. These babies are amazing. Not only are they good to me, they're good for me. Not only do they help with absorption, moisture control, and protection, because yes, sometimes I like to wear white, but these babies also have a great ingredient called graphene that helps with cramps. Huh? Are you kidding me? So you're telling me that I'm protected and I can control my moods a little bit? I love it. So please make sure you hit up my girl, Dr. Stephanie Finney. They have a variety of sizes for every kind of flow, whether it's heavy, light, overnight, she got you. So make sure you hit up my girl, Dr. Stephanie Finney, and get you some Jewel sanitary napkins today. I strongly endorse these, honey, especially if you're like me. You need all the help you can get for that time of the month. All right?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Recipe with Dr. Stephanie Finney. I have wife, mother, educator, and CFO and co-owner of GIRLI Brand Apparel, Mrs. Tanya Smith, with us today.
Hi.
Hey. So walk us through a day of product design. For example, when you're getting ready to develop the spring line, what is the brainstorming process like? What does that entail?
So first of all, we try to come up with color.
Okay.
So, because with it being the springtime, we want to come up with like a pop color that is springy, as well as, again, being cute and girly at the same time. Then we also want to come up with the design. So it's like coming up with the design on this color. And I guess the most challenging part is trying to mix the two. Trying to mix the design with the particular color, and then trying to come up with the color that is most likable amongst, women. Because, you have some women that's like, oh, I don't like that red. Oh, I don't look good in red. Or who always want to be in black. Now, granted, this t-shirt is black, but we have a pop same color on here.
Yes.
Sis, calm down. So if we're going to do a black, it's like, what kind of color scheme can we put on here, as well as the font to make it stand out?
Got it.
So, and then just, the design that would look good on all curves. It doesn't matter what kind of curve you have. We want a design that looks good on all of them, because we're all shaped differently, but we're still perfectly imperfect. And so we want to come up with the color and the design that's going to fit all women, that they will, feel like they're good in. So like another design we came up with, this is more of a coral color.
Oh, I love that.
And again, it's a long sleeve, but it's a thin, breathable long sleeve. And it has one of the best sayings ever: you are perfectly imperfect. And this is one that is a little longer, and it's curved down at the bottom, and it is a little longer because some women who are a little more curvaceous than others kind of want to hide a little bit. So we put a little extra length on there because we get a lot of, one thing I will say is we pay attention to our feedback from our customers. And with that feedback, that helps us to continue to make our next designs. And so some of the feedback was, oh, can you make like a tunic one? I got all of this back here, and I just kind of want to hide just a little bit of it. I mean, because, there are some women who are like that, So that's how we were able to come up with our Perfectly Imperfect long sleeve tunic.
I love that. I think that is so beautiful. And I love that you take your customers' feedback into consideration for the next line. Because as I was saying before, I love the sweater dresses, but I love them because of the flexibility. I can wear them with a hat and some boots. I can wear them with some heels. And, it's just so versatile. And I even love the way the pockets are so important, to me. And it has pockets in them that I can put stuff in. I don't have to carry things. I'm telling you, people don't understand the importance unless you're a woman with kids, especially, or a woman on the go with pockets.
Right. So this was one of our hot sellers, our camo girly. And so with our camo girly, all of our crew sweaters have pockets.
Yes.
Because as you stated, women love pockets, whether they're in the front or on the side. So that's how we came up with our girly camo. And of course, everybody loves a camo. But on this camo, we put our chenille patch on here to brighten it up a little bit. And one of the exclusive things about girly is when you see girly, our dots will be 2 different colors.
Oh, okay.
And so right now we're running a special on our sweatshirts. Here's another one, our gold and blue. And again, we have pockets. And we have our patch with our different color dots. And our special on our sweatshirts is buy one, get one free.
Oh, nice.
Buy one, get one free.
Well, I'm telling you, those pockets, you got me there, because people don't understand the importance. I second that emotion with the pockets.
Yes. I love a pocket. I love a pocket on the dress. I love a pocket on, on the sweaters. And I mean, that's just kind of less stuff that I have to carry. And sometimes, especially during this pandemic, you always washing your hands and sanitizing and stuff. So with my pockets on my girly, I got my keys and my phone, because my phone has my driver's license and my card in the back. I just slide my phone in my little pocket, and it's just less stuff I have to sanitize. There's less stuff I have to touch. So that's why I love my pockets on my girly. So when we were designing, going back to your original question, when we were designing them, that's one thing that I had told my husband, whatever you design, I need you to put it with pockets, because women love pockets. And that's how we came up with our crew sweaters. So again, they are buy one, get one free. You cannot beat that. Buy one, get one free.
Yes, and you can't beat those pockets. We're going to clap to that. We're going to clap to those pockets. I got to take my hat off to you. How many times have you bought a shirt with no pockets?
And even the sweatshirt that you have on, even with the slit.
I know. It's got pockets.
It has pockets on it. It has pockets on it. And with that sweatshirt that you have on, depending on how sexy you want to be, you can drop it out the shoulder if you want to. Give them some shoulder if you want to. Or just wear it as a round neck.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I do feel girly.
See? You put it on, you got your red lipstick on. We see you. We trust me. We see you. We see you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, something that I like that you spoke about was colors, because I love colors. I don't mind black, but it's got to be black with a color. But I prefer my favorite color. I'm laughing in my mind because on another podcast, I told some ladies that my favorite color was orange, and they were like, "Oh, orange is the new black." Orange, they would compare it to prison jumpsuit. I love orange. Orange is my favorite color. My bedroom is ripe mango. That's how much I love orange.
What? So that's why I love orange. See, I love an orange. Put an orange with some camo.
Yes.
Orange, I'm telling you, I love an orange. But yes,
I love it.
Color is the thing. And I know a lot of people are just kind of real skeptical about certain colors, but you just got to try it. Just get out of the black, get out of the browns, get out of the navies, get some color, and you will be surprised what that color will do to your attitude.
Yes, because I'm looking at that dress behind you that I'm going to buy, and I'm thinking I have a scarf that I can work with that, and I can work it as a belt or as a around the neck. It's a belt, but it's a shawl type of belt.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I'm feeling that.
And see, this is denim. And the best thing about denim is you can put whatever color you want to with denim. If you want your sleeves up, you can roll it up, or you can let your sleeve down. It'll be a 3/4, but it just depends on your style. And with this denim, yes, we have this hat right here, but you could throw on a pop color hat with it.
Yes, ma'am. Because I love hats. I don't have hats, but I love men's hats. Something about men's hats work well with your clothing.
Yeah.
They do. They really do.
That's because we like a man in a good hat. It just does something to you when you see that man. Hat and shoes. A man with hat and shoes. A good hat and some shoes. It could be a baseball cap, but hat and shoes is the thing.
I second that. Yes, ma'am. Awesome. Okay. Well, I'll be going online to check that out because I'm feeling that dress behind you. I've been looking at it the whole time.
Yes. And again, this is an exclusive. And actually right now, I think we only have 2 larges, 1 medium, and 3 smalls.
I mean, I appreciate that it's limited, but it kind of hurts me because I had to hurry up and buy it. Otherwise, it's gone. It's truly limited edition.
Right.
Truly limited edition.
I think I will say the best thing about this one is it's stretchy. So again, we try to create product that fits all curves. And so this is a more stretchier material, so it breathes. It's a little bit more friendlier to my curvaceous women.
Okay. Awesome. Can I ask you a question about that dress again? You see I'm still focused on it. So are those buttons, or are they like to go inside, or are they pulled?
No, these are buttons that go inside, so they're not set. These are buttons that go inside. So depending on how sassy you are, you don't have to button all the way down to the bottom. Depending on how sassy you are. And
I'm not going to be that sassy. I'm not going to be that sassy, but
sassy. Dr. Finney, I think you're kind of sassy. Because we
sassy.
I don't know.
No, I'm not going to show my legs like that. Only for Mr. Finney. But I see you.
You see what I'm saying? It's show it for Mr. Finney. He like them legs. Let him come on through. He like them.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, let's take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
And the packaging, it says Jewel on it. And she sent me so many different, it's for moderate flow, heavy flow. Hold on. And this was my favorite.
That is my favorite.
I can always appreciate an overnight, but what I was really impressed by was the length, how long it was.
And how it's not as thick.
If you guys still get those healthy friends, sometimes that thing could just be out of control and never do what you asked it to do. It'd be all over the place. But honestly, I had absolutely no problems at all. And I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate this product so good, because a lot of people, they want to send you stuff, and it's like, okay, you want to believe in everybody, but everybody's product is not a good product, especially something when it comes to feminine hygiene and sanitary this and you got to be very careful, because sometimes, whatever the stuff is made with, it don't always agree with your body chemistry. But I had absolutely no problems, and I wouldn't even say this if I didn't mean it. I gave the girls in my podcast, they use it. My podcast member, she don't even use sanitary napkin. She's like a tampon girl.
Mhm.
But she really appreciated this. And I thought, I have to tell you this. I couldn't wait to get on here to tell you this. So for everybody that's on here that's still going through them, getting those monthly visits to this, please support Dr. Finney's business. I tried it myself and I loved it.
Wow. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Finney with The Recipe. Welcome back. I have mother, wife, educator, and CFO and co-owner of GIRLI Brand Apparel, Mrs. Tanya Smith, with us today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back.
All right. So before I get into a question about packaging, I want to kind of take it there and talk about, mistakes learned, because I feel like we all make mistakes in business. I mean, to me, when you make a mistake, that's not a bad thing. You learn and you grow from it, and there's nothing wrong with that. What mistakes or things have you dealt with, even from a customer perspective, from a shipping perspective, from a brand perspective, any perspective in your brand business, have you learned from that you plan to carry through for the rest of, your brand lifespan?
So, in working with the vendors, I'll say, we had like a list of vendors, because we saw like different products. Once we send them, like ours, we saw a list that could design them. Well, we learned that we need to focus on maybe 1 to 3 vendors, because in having that many vendors, having several vendors and you got different products coming from all these vendors, our sizing was messed up. Like one vendor would have a good sizing, but coming from another vendor, even though they have the same measurements, the sizing was still messed up. So it's like zooming in on which vendors had it. I mean, nothing's ever going to be perfect, but which vendors had it as close to perfect as possible. So that was one of our challenges is reducing the number of vendors that we use, just zooming in on just 1 to 3 vendors and just sticking with them. So even going forward, whatever product we come up with, whatever product we design, we're only sticking with those vendors. Another thing was during this pandemic, talking about packaging. United States Postal Service. Sometimes they didn't want to deliver our packages. Don't know why. Have no idea why. Or when it got delivered, it had some damage, to the packaging. And I remember one instance, we had a customer, we're tracking. Come to find out, United States Postal Service, they never delivered it. It was still like based where we are. It never left. But luckily, they returned it to our P.O. Box office. But it's just the point. You send us this tracking number, you saying that it's here, it's being delivered, it's moving, but it never moved. It never left. So it's just like, but I will say, in myself ordering stuff, who use and that company's using United States Postal Service, I have experienced the same thing. Like I had got a shirt the other day. It took forever to get here, but then when it finally got here, the package was ripped. My shirt had like a tear in it, and the United States Postal Service put a little message in there and just said, "Sorry about your damaged package."
Okay.
That's
so.
Have
you been able to? Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We use UPS. We have not had any issues, and our delivery is 2 to 3 days, and we have not had any issues at all. And our packaging, all of our packages, they come with a thank you card that has GIRLI Brand Apparel on it with a personal message on there. Then that we're respecting your curves. Everything is in a pink bag and sealed with our pink girly lips. And then at the end, every package will have our gold seal approval, letting you know that we have touched it, we have inspected everything, and you have the gold seal that your package is good to go.
I can confirm that. And I love that. I love like you open it up, it's been wrapped up very nice and cute. And it has the thank you note that you hand wrote on. I think that's so awesome. So it does provide a personalized experience to see that. I do agree. I love that.
And we have had a lot of men who have visited our site and who have bought things, you know, for their wife, girlfriend, mother, whoever. And the best part about our thank you card is knowing that he may have bought it, but this is for you. Your name is right here. You know, your wife's name, your girlfriend's name. And when we see that a man has bought something, that's our quality customer service, where we will reach out to that customer and say, hey, we noticed that you bought this. Can you give us the name of who this particular gift will be going to? So that, who doesn't like to open up a personal package with their name on it? That just puts, you know, a whole different touch and a whole different feel to, you know, the item that you've received.
Absolutely. Okay. So what is your business strategy for the next 5 years?
Make more money, more money, more money. No, just kidding. I would say continue doing what we are doing, staying in our lane, which means we're staying in the lane of making women feel good, look good, and be confident about their curves. It doesn't matter what your curves look like, but be confident about it. Because, you know, you see in social media, you see in the news that, you know, it's a lot of body bashing, you know, especially for our young girls. So it's providing a product of even letting our young girls who may be more curvier than some of their other teens, but making them still feel good about how they look. There is nothing wrong with how you look. So still creating a brand that, you know, enhances that and continues to empower them and uplift them, letting them know that you are perfectly imperfect. And then definitely still continuing to collab with education, being able to still make the opportunity available for my brown and Black females that are majoring or having the desire to go into the field of STEM.
Yeah, I think that scholarship is so awesome. That gives a different twist to what you do.
Yes. So like I said, we were able to give away one scholarship. So our goal this year, of course, is to increase that. We don't have a limit. We're not putting a limit on it. You know, as many scholarships that we can give as possible. But definitely our goal is to give more than one this year.
Okay. So what advice do you have for someone wanting to go into the same field and, you know, go into this path of brand apparel? You know, what advice would you give?
So my main advice would be to have patience, because it's not going to happen overnight.
Okay.
So you definitely want to have patience. And then you also want to go out and do your research, because everything is forever changing, but there's so much information out there. And don't be afraid to teach yourself something. Don't be afraid to teach yourself something. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't be afraid to network. Because, you know, of course, there's several brands out there, but there is plenty of room for everybody. But have a purpose. Have a purpose in what you're doing.
Well, you know, before we end, I just want to say that it sounds like you're having fun with what you're doing, and I think that's the key.
Have fun.
You know, it seems like you're having fun. I mean, to me, the GIRLI brand is fun. It's just a fun brand. You know, I told you I love the slits. I love the pockets. It's just fun. And when you open up the packaging, and I know because I've ordered, I see the time that you took to write the card and say thank you and how pretty it's packaged. That's just fun. So please continue to do that. Don't stop. I don't care how big you get. Keep that. Keep that, because that's such a big deal. That made me feel so special. To where I was like, oh, look at this. You know, this is a package just for me.
I also feel like in addition to having fun, it doesn't matter what area or what field you're in, whether you're being an entrepreneur, whether you're working for somebody else, you want to have fun, but there also needs to be some type of mentorship. You seek a mentor in that particular area that you're going in. And then once you make it, you become a mentor for somebody else. So it's always, as you're climbing the ladder, that's my main thing. As you're climbing the ladder, you want to make sure you bring somebody up with you. Bring as many people as you can, honestly, up with you.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Miss Tanya M. Smith, CFO and co-owner of GIRLI Brand Apparel, for taking time out of your day to connect with us on The Recipe.
Thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Before I go, if you are on Instagram, please connect to my IG Live later this week as I top off the night with the final serving of health and wellness in the area of feminine healthcare. And for any men out there, please do not shy away from this topic, because if you have important women in your life, you also need to know about this information. I also host a Bible study tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Instagram with Elder Bible Study, titled the same, The Recipe. Feel free to join us tonight. And that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this segment of The Recipe with Mrs. Tanya M. Smith. See you next time on The Recipe as I bring you all of the ingredients for living your best life. Thanks so much.
Promote things that I actually try myself. If you have a chance to go and support Dr. Finney, amazing product. And I'm going to leave it like that.